Aloha friends, this is Yemaya Renuka with the Embrace.life and Sweet Medicine for the week of September 1st to September 8th. I am here to bring sweetness to the world of today, as well as helping you in your growth around letting go of childhood adversity and becoming the gorgeous earth guardians that you are wanting to be. Visionary, healer, teachers. There are so many of us here on this channel that are embodying those archetypes and moving into paths of purpose, or have moved into paths of purpose for a long time. So yeah, today was interesting for me. I'll just share that I came up with a new little quote here. Instead of saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, I will say when the teacher is ready, the lesson appears. I'm growing, my reach, and I'm facilitating the Earth Guardians Impact Academy, which is just delicious for me to do. It's such a good container for me to share my love and my skills, and continuing my own healing journey. And as some of you know, often you would be preparing a workshop, and the theme of the workshop would just be really activated, like in the last week of your presentation, coming to your presentation so that you have a really fresh look at it. And I got a major beautiful aha today as I'm working with abandonment and projection, because there are the Earth Guardians cohorts that's working with me right now are in the second chakra module, and we're working on all those attachments, umbilical cords with the past and with the other. So I got my butt kicked this morning and I got my aha, so I am sending blessings and love to all the allies that's unknowingly of themselves have triggered this moment of understanding. Whoa, super good. So if you receive our newsletter, you will see that we are at the step 3 of how do we overcome overwhelm as activists, overwhelm in activism. And the third step that we're addressing this week is around trusting in the power of many hands. And there was a lot of synchronicity there as well. As I was writing the newsletter, I saw a post saying that it's been raining in the Amazon for a few days after the mass prayers that came together praying for rain. So we go a little bit deeper there onto the sympathetic resonance field, the scientific explanation for the power of prayers that goes beyond spiritual explanation of the power of prayers. So if you are not in our newsletter, please, you can send me a private message. That might be the best way. Or you can also go onto the Embrace.life website and enter your email there, because we have different offerings that you don't get here through the Facebook group or other mediums that we use to share the goods. So we've no longer waiting. I'm going to pick up some cards for this week. Sweet Medicine for our collective, with my 3 beautiful deck, the Kuan Oracle, the animal cards, animal spirits, and the wisdom of the hidden realms. That one keeps coming up for me, Sisters of the Star Blossoms. So there really is something with the feminine collective at the moment that is being activated. Then we have Grouse. Grouse is about spiral dance, going from the center to the expansion, the inner and the outer. And Mountain Lion has been wanting to show up as well, which is our leadership. And then Spirit Communication, paying attention with the Hawk Prince. Well, we've been talking a lot about the return of the divine feminine, or the deep feminine in action, which is my preferred language around it. And the empowerment of the feminine aspect in our communities. So that's beyond the embodiment of gender. There is the feminine vibration and that English. The vibration, the content, the codes, the sacred geometry of the way of doing things in a feminine way, that is really what's been called for at this time within ourselves, within our communities and our work. And that doesn't mean like, you know, like gentle, feminine, all receptive. It also sometimes means the sword of Kali, if you know what I mean. We've seen some of that as well lately. So balancing, you know, our leadership using the sacred dance of the grouse, right? That goes, you know, from the very center of the self, from the minute to the infinite, you know, and it's like it's this dance that everything is connected and everything is swept within into this container of spirit, the spirit communication, paying attention. So, you know, I almost feel like, you know, it's beyond our human will. You know, it's like letting go of the ego that can be attached to a certain result or certain pride in our efforts to create change, and just like keep listening to something beyond our small human mind. I'm going to pick another series of 3 cards for today. Nectar of the Lotus. Make sure that you are being fed as you feed others. Squirrel. Gathering, and also it's interesting because like in one hand is like make sure that you're being taken care of as you're giving, and here is also like make sure that you're not taking more than you need. And angelic help, the miraculous aid from the winged wise ones. So it seems like there really is something that's coming from other realms this week that really wants to help, and sending helps and messages for us to listen to as we step into a more profound way of leading. That's also from a place of listening deeply, making sure that we're being nurtured as we do so, and that we look for, you know, the good of the family, and don't take more than we need for ourselves, but that we prepare for the winter that will be there in a few months. So sending you so much love until we meet again. Ahuiho.